This team is going to take on the identity of this city, all right? And this city's been down, and it found a way to get up, all right? It's found a way to overcome adversity, all right? And so this team's going to be built on, we're going to kick you in the teeth, all right? And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off, all right? And we're going to stand up, and then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down, all right? And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap, and we're going to get up, and then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.
All right. What is going on, everybody? Hope you are having a fantastic Monday afternoon heading into evening. We've got the pregame show for the Detroit Lions Week 2 going into Lambeau Field with the Green Bay Packers. Well, before we start talking about it, I got my man, Mark Orum from ORUM'S. Orum, what's good, man?
Hey, man. All excited about tonight's game, man. Let's take some advantage of this old line over there in Green Bay, man. Let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah, we need all the help we can get. And we got Detroit Lions Talk with MICROMIKE. Makes a video every day about these fellas. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, man, ready for some Monday Night Football? See Detroit Lions on prime time. See how this team does against the Green Bay Packers.
Absolutely. Now, before we get started, no Zadarius Smith. And, Mark, you were saying the O-line is a little beat up, right?
Well, yeah, they got their originally left tackle out, David Bakhtiari. They got Elkin Jenkins over there, who's played pretty good. And they're moving around guards. They got I think Lucas Patrick could be out. I think he's a game-time decision, so you might see John Runyon in there. They got 2 rookies starting, Royce Newman and Josh Meyer at center. So if this is the time to take advantage, it's time right now, man, to go after the old man, Aaron Rodgers. Let's go.
That is 100% facts. Now, Mike, I know we've been talking about it all week long, man. You're not feeling too good about this game as far as winning is concerned.
When it comes to winning, I'm not feeling too good about it tonight. I just feel after what happened to the Green Bay Packers week 1, they're going to come out and they're going to be very angry about it, and they're going to put the teeth on the curb and stomp it. That is my fear for tonight.
Some Edward Norton stuff there. I see what you did there, man. Wow.
I see that too.
Well, that's intense right there. Now, Mike, I got a little bit of a different feeling, man. You know, I think the Green Bay Packers are they can go in 2 different directions. Either we beat up on them, or like the Saints did last week, or they come out and blow us out. Or a third one is we have a pretty close game. Now, I'm going to the third one, the middle option there, because the Detroit Lions play really, really hard on Monday night. We know the last time that happened, these 2 teams played each other on Monday night. Speaking of that person you were talking about, Mark, being out, wasn't he like the main culprit of that hands to the face call, if I'm not mistaken?
Bakhtiari on Flowers? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Man. He was the one, yes.
He deserved an Oscar, and I think the Emmys, actually, he was up for an Oscar after that performance, man. Yes. That helped cost us that game. So, for me, I am feeling like we're going to play as hard as we can, and it could result in a win. Now, before we go dive deeper, the Lions, I know we don't want to talk about this because it's not likely, but at the same time, a win, fellas, puts us tied with the Bears, I think, and we stay in the fight for some type of relevancy when it comes to this division. So Minnesota loses yesterday. The Chicago Bears won, and now it's us 2. So the loser of this game joins Minnesota at the bottom. I think we'll actually be at the bottom because Minnesota only lost by a combined 4 points. 4 points. So here's the thing. We know Jeff Okudah. Who is going to guard Devontae Adams? Who's going to be out there on him, Mark? Who you think is going to be out there on him, man?
I think Amani Oruwariye is going to get that luxury of actually being able to handle Devontae Adams. He's the next man up. He's the number 2 right now. So he jumps up to the number 1. I can't see Melifonwu, the rookie, doing that right now. I don't think he's even close to being ready. So, and there's nobody else on this roster that's going to be able to handle Devontae Adams. I don't even know if Amani Oruwariye can handle him too, because he abused him last year too. So when Okudah was out last year, when we lost Okudah, and he had the joy of actually covering Davante Adams. So it's going to be his task, and it's going to be a tough task, and it's going to be scary, man. That's why they got to get to Rodgers. If they
Absolutely.
don't, we're in trouble.
William in the building says, my daughter was born the day before that Hail Mary game. All right. So that means she's on her way to 6, if not 6 weeks. That was 6 years ago, man. I did a video about the 5-year anniversary of that nightmarish call, but we're talking about, that was the face mask. We're talking about the hands to the face 2 years ago, the last time these two faced off prime time. The Micromike, who's going to mark, we probably agree that it's going to be Amani, but with Amani covering him, he's probably not going to be able to do it on their own. Not many corners can do that. So what are the Lions going to have to do, man, to help Amani take some pressure off him when it comes to Davante Adams?
They're going to have to pray to God. I'm sorry. The safety positions, look, it's all going to be on the defensive line. As the secondary, they're going to be in a world of hurt. If you want to be able to stop Davante Adams, you need to get to Aaron Rodgers quick, fast, in a hurry. The secondary is extremely young. Afutu Melifon will probably be number 2 with undrafted rookies at number 3. So it's the defensive line. You're going to win this game through the defensive line, or you're going to lose this game through the defensive line. If you want to stop Adams, you got to get to Rodgers.
Mike, we need to inject you with some type of something, bro. Whatever that clear drink is, invisible drink, man, keep that away from me, because this is the most bummed out I've ever seen Micromike, man. He's just like the dry eyes dude. What's going on, Mike? I guess
the roster you got.
Yeah,
I mean, we're talking about, we got Amani Oruwariye is our number 1, and a rookie. 4th round draft pick number 2, and undrafted rookies for number 3.
Yeah,
this is the
going
thing
against
too.
Davante Adams.
Yeah,
their wide receiver core. It does. If Aaron Rodgers got any time, he's gonna pick us apart.
Yeah, that's anybody though. Mark, what were you gonna say, man?
I was gonna say too. Yeah, like Mike's right too. The D line has to get to Rodgers. I know we all 3 of us probably agree to that, but there's gonna be some help over the top, obviously on Adams, because we all know that Oruwariye can't do it by himself. So I don't know who's going to be over the top. Free safety probably be Tracy Walker, doing a lot of help over there, man, just leaning to that side, because if it's a one-on-one matchup all day, Rodgers is going to smell that out, and Adams is going to destroy him. So there's going to be need sometimes they're going to need the double team on Adams. So yeah, at least we got that too, but I don't know how that's going to. I don't know how that's going to work, man. And then if you start doing that, someone's open. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Double up on a guy, someone's open over the middle. You're going to see a lot of Robert Tonyan possibly.
Yeah, Tonyan.
It just gets scary, man.
And that's why we need Aaron Rodgers. We got to be in his face all the time. Now we got a stranger in the midst coming up. Mr. TROXEL'S Sports Talk is coming in.
Oh my God.
What's going on? The man of many teams.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today?
We are doing well, sir. How are you?
Man, it's game day.
It is game day, man. It's game day. Hopefully it'll be a good day as well. But, Trox, we are all expecting – I'm expecting a loss, but the gut tells me a win. Trox, haven't really got your thoughts on the team this year. What are you thinking about this game tonight? I know you watch a lot of football. You've seen the Packers. What do you think it's going to have to take for the Detroit Lions to steal a victory in Lambeau?
60 minutes. 60 minutes of football. Run that football. Stop that run. Play sound defense. Play disciplined football. You do those 4 things. I don't care who you are, what team you play for, or what your record is. You're going to win football games. That is, I always tell everybody in my chat, hey, the 4 keys to victory: run that football, stop that run, play sound defense, play disciplined football. You will put yourselves in good position to bite kneecaps off and to pick up what we like to say, those dubs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, here's the thing. We got a former Green Bay Packer going back to his original drafting place. Now, I need this guy to score a touchdown because I am losing my fantasy matchup and I need him to score. Thank you, Patrick Mahomes, for trying to throw on your, laying horizontal. I appreciate that. But Jamal Williams is coming back home. place that he was drafted. Trox is doing the poopity scoops. What's going on, man? What does that mean?
Feed me more.
Feed me more.
Feed me more.
Trox was excited about that, man.
Feed him the football. If you have it, if you're living under a rock, he had a epic, what is that called? A presser. There we go. He had an epic presser. And he said it's like the old girlfriend. Hey, they don't want me. So, hey, we about to get up out of here. So, hey, feed him the rock. He has a chip on his shoulder. I need to see him have 50 touches on tonight.
Wow, he said, I need a girlfriend. I need a girlfriend. Okay, Jamal. You know, I didn't see that, man. Jamal Williams going back home. What a personality that guy is. Somebody actually asked me, should they put him in their fantasy matchup? They got Alvin Kamara first, so I said leave him on the bench. But what kind of game do you think Jamal Williams is going to have, Mark, today? Going back home, you heard what he said. It's like the ex-girlfriend. She don't want me no more. Usually, when you're around the ex and you with your new team, you know, you got to floss a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You got to let them know what they lost. So, Mark, what do you think? What kind of game you think Jamal is going to have today?
I think he's going to have a really good game. I don't think he's going to be the main guy in this running back room. I still think it's Swift's running back to lose. Well, not to lose, but they are a 1-2 combo right now. But I think he's going to be playing with a little bit of fire. You know, when these guys go, you know, they get drafted by the Packers. Then he leaves and he gets picked up by a team in the North. That's huge. Now, I don't think Dan Campbell and those guys are just going to feed him the ball just because he was an ex-Packer. But I think Jamal Williams is going to be running with a little bit of authority today, and he's going to be letting some people know. I guarantee you, he's already chirping at people right now on the field. Guaranteed.
Absolutely. I love that dude. He likes anime, so he's good with me. Yeah. Mike, what kind of game do you think Jamal is going to have today?
Hopefully, he will have a very good game. I would like him to run that football and run it some more. We just got to be able to not get behind by 5 million points to consistently run the football. If we can stay within close, Jamal Williams can have a day. I do believe in the running game, but if it gets out of hand like last week,
it's going to be a long day.
It's going to be a long night.
Long night, absolutely. Now, Aaron, shout out to AB, says, do you think our coaching staff is too hard on our players? I'm going to start off and say absolutely not. You saw the little thing between Pleasant and Glenn. I'm sorry, Pleasant and Okuda before he went out last game, and it was all love. You know, he was just telling them, hey, do your job. You can do better than this. And the defensive back came together. They all came together and said, this is the way it is. You know, it's all good in here. Mark, do you think our coaching staff is too hard on the players?
No, not at all, man. Obviously, he's referring to that. Yeah, that'll be Pleasant and Okuda situation. No, I don't think so at all. And he's trying to get into a player's face that he knows is better than how he performed on the field. And apparently those two guys have a great relationship, and it's already been all cleared out through the air by the DBs and to Dan Campbell. That's just the way Aubrey Pleasant is. He expects a little bit more from his players, and it's a tough love situation. Mm-hmm. So if you're not doing your job, I expect you to get yelled at. I don't care what level you're at in football or sports in general. If you're not doing your job, you're going to get told. That's just it's that simple. So
that's facts.
Yeah,
that's facts. Troxel Sports Talk. How do you feel, man? Do you think the coaching staff is too hard on our players?
I'm going to sum this up in one sentence. Absolutely not. You got to put your big boy pants on.
Yeah, and I think if you watch some of the footage, you know, they're out there playing golf, you know, loosening up, you know what I'm saying, doing a little hole in one, whoever get closest to the hole, building some camaraderie. So I definitely think the last regime was on some nonsense, but I don't think that. I think the cameras just caught, you know, and I saw like some behind the scenes of how they do, and they actually tell their people to look for that stuff. You know, look for stuff happening on the sideline. So I think it was something blown out of proportion. Fox had a phenomenal angle, and now it's something that probably it shouldn't be. So I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal. Now let's go to MicroMike. How do you feel, man? Do you think the coaching staff is too hard on the players?
When the media don't like it, that means they're doing something right. And the media didn't like him yelling, so I approve of this message.
All facts.
Yep.
The media is always wrong, and so they didn't like it. They say, oh, this, that, and the other about this is trash. Yeah, no, it's what you want to do. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to see a coach get at their players. They played the game. These coaches are not just some guy off the street. They played at a game, high level, get at them. I enjoy it. Do it some more. If you fail, keep ripping them up. I don't mind it. It's a difference from what Matt Patricia did and what this regime's doing. Matt Patricia came in thinking he knows everything and he's the smartest thing in the world. And instead of trying to get to your players to be their strength, he would tell them, oh, you need to get on your knees and do this to another player. That's a bit disrespectful. Now you're not doing your job.
Yeah, that's a little more than a bit, man. That's a little more.
Completely different.
Yeah.
So again, the truth is these. If the media says it's bad, it's good. If the media says good, it's bad.
Absolutely. Now we got Rick. Shout out to Rick, says the Raiders just cut Nevin Lawson. He's available to go back to you guys.
Still don't got a pick.
Yeah.
Never Lawson for a reason.
That's going to be a giant fat no. They should have never signed him, and I don't know what was happening there. That is the worst. Somebody asked about Allen. Says, what do you guys think of the white uniforms?
Me, personally, I like it. I think they need to go to the all blacks, though.
Yeah, I like the all blacks better. I do. I mean, maybe that help get them a win. I don't know. I don't know.
Something new.
Don't worry, it will be green by the end of the night.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because we're in Green Bay.
Mike is just the word. No, because and they're also on the dirt a lot.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
I know.
Okay, man, Mike, bro, what is going on? I mean, what happened?
I'm realistic, man. I see
all
this
facts.
roster, and
I know what it is, fellas. He's missing the hat. That's what it is. It's the hat, bro. Without the hat, the hat is his superpower. So we missed it.
Kryptonite, man. You don't have the hat on.
Dan Campbell stated, he says, I wish Green Bay would have had a very successful opening game.
He
says it is not good that they got beat like this.
Yeah.
Exactly
he said because maybe we could have been the team to sneak up on them. So absolutely. Now, speaking of a good game, we need a good game from Mr. Jared Goff. Not too bad of a game last week, but he had to throw the ball 57 times. It's hard for a quarterback not to mess up. He was missing some guys down the field. But I got to say something, y'all. And I know this is a touchy subject. We don't have what the Rams have. Here's the deal. Matthew Stafford, if I'm not mistaken, and I hate I even brought up his name, has 5 touchdown passes. 3 of them have been to wide open receivers. When I say wide open receivers, I'm talking about everybody else is in the tunnel, and this guy is catching the touchdown. So what is it that Jared Goff needs to do this game against this team to help get us a win? Trox, what you think, man?
For me, I think that he needs to tell his wide receivers, hey, just play your game. I will find you. Because Jared Goff is not a bad quarterback. It's this bad receiving core that makes Jared Goff look bad. If you have time to throw the football and you're not getting your guys the football, it's either one of two things. Either the guy is just not getting separation or you're not going through all your progressions. I'm going to go with the first part on that one. These guys aren't getting separation. So just tell them, look, settle your butts down. We got a 60-minute game. Settle your butts down. Play your game. Forget about the, Monday night lights and just go out there and have some fun. I will find you guys the football.
All right. So we going to find you. Had your kids, had your wife. We going to find you. I see. Okay, Trox. I see. Now listen. So Jared Goff is 5-0, if I'm not mistaken, on Monday night. Is that correct? I think it's 5-0.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he knows. Well, he knows that obviously, and he plays. He doesn't want to blemish that record. Mark, what do you think? I know you were really hard on this guy, kind of like I was with Jeff Okudah during the offseason. What do you think he needs to do, man, to have a chance against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers?
Well, he just needs to be. He needs to be smart with the football. He needs to be smart with the football, just like last week when the pocket collapsed on him and he threw the ball up in the air and it was a pick 6.
Yeah.
He needs to take a sack there. He needs to just take a sack and you'll live for another play or punt, whatever you got to do. Don't just throw the ball anywhere into a crowd of people and hope for the best. Like, I know this wide receiving core isn't the greatest at all, but he just needs to be smart with the football. And I'm not saying he needs to take shots downfield because, like we all talked about, we just lost our best wide receiver. So Tyrell Williams. So let's
terrible.
look at it. Let's look at it that way too. Now we got, I don't even know who gets thrust into the wide receiver. We don't even have a wide receiver one.
Hey,
I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to what?
Mark, it's next man up mentality, baby.
No,
this is the National Football League.
Oh, no, I know that, man. But I'm just saying, that's why I'm not even worried about. That's why I'm not even worried about naming a number one right now, because we don't have one.
We don't have one.
Yeah. So he just needs to be smart with the football, and if it's all day dink and dunk and it's going to work, okay. But they have to run the football. If they don't run the football today, I don't think we have a prayer.
Absolutely. They have to do that. And that's the thing I was going to say. Now, MicroMike, what do you think that Jared Goff needs to do, man, in order undefeated on Monday night so far? Hopefully that doesn't change today, but what do you think he needs to do to beat the Packers today?
He's got to really do something very difficult. He's got to get the ball and hand it off. That's what he needs to do. Hand the ball off. We need to run the football. We can't be throwing the ball 57 times in this game. That is a recipe for failure. Hand the football off. We got to stay with the run. People may not want they may see an aerial attack, but Jared Goff's not the greatest quarterback in the NFL. He's not. We don't have the greatest wide receivers in the NFL. So we got to use what we got. And what is pretty good is running the football in short passes to TJ Hockenson. That's pretty much it. That's what you got to do. And I'd like to see a deep throw every once in a while. Mm-hmm. I would, but probably not going to see it. So just hand the football off.
Yeah, absolutely. Violet, a Minnesota Vikings fan, says, is it the wide receivers that aren't good or the coaching? And I would just have to say that I can't really say it's the coaching. I think that the wide receivers, we got like the backups. Like if you got their first team and then you have the second team that comes out, that is the best that we have. So, and then the number one was Tyrell Williams. Like that is tough.
And he's the number two, in my opinion.
Yes. Absolutely. So if your number two needs to be number one, then what does that make all the other guys? You know what I mean? So
seconds and thirds.
Yeah, or worse.
Worse, yeah.
Threes and fours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Makes you drunk.
They are. I got to get to the beer store real fast after this.
Hey, I already went. I made sure I went. Yeah. I made sure I went. I finally got my chelada. I will be drinking that. I think it's 400 calories. So this will be a once every so often thing, because that's insane.
Hey, prime time with the Lions.
Absolutely. That's it.
What is that?
That is a tomato chelada. It's a Bud Light chelada. It's basically a V8 but beer. So it's a V8, like Bud Light makes it. So it's a Bud Light with some tomato flavor. So I like V8. Give it a try, man. It's pretty good. It's got shellfish in it, so you have to be careful if you are allergic to shellfish. So so we gotta now. Here's the deal. Oh, wait a minute. We got Noble Sports in the building. What's up?
What's going on? In the building. It's the bully, baby, in the building.
Oh, my God.
Man, I didn't even see that. So shout out to the private chat. TA, we've been going through this thing, man. Give us a rundown real quick on what do you think the Lions need to do to win this game today, Monday night in Lambeau?
Well, first off, you picked the wrong person to talk about this. But I'm gonna just lay it out like this. I'm gonna lay it out for the Lions to win. They're gonna have to play excellent defense. They're gonna have to be able to run the football. They're gonna be able some of these wide receivers. They're gonna have to hit these wide receivers. They're gonna have to play as a team. That's the only way you're gonna walk in Lambeau and get a victory. They're gonna have to hit all cylinders, and I'm talking about also special teams as well. So everything tonight has to line up. The stars have to align tonight in order for the Detroit Lions to win. Because other than that, I don't see the Lions winning, man. I just got to be real. I'm a realist, and I just can't see the Lions going to Lambeau in prime time where everybody's watching and smack around the Green Bay Packers after the Packers just got beat up by the Saints. I just can't see the Lions doing it. But, hey, anything is possible, right?
Yeah, anything is
all
possible.
Facts.
Kevin Garnett said it, and I believe it. So here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. We're not asking them to smack up. We just ask them to squeak. Give me a squeak, kind of like them Arizona Cardinals did yesterday. I will take it. Now, since
by the hair of your chinny chin chin.
Absolutely, man. Man, so here's the thing. Aaron Rodgers, we talked about it briefly. Aaron Rodgers had a miserable game last week, scoring 3 points. It was his worst defeat in his career. So Does Aaron Rodgers have a rebound game against the Detroit Lions, or do you think we can, Mark? Do you think we can kind of slide in like some DMs and maybe get walk away with a victory? What you think, Mark?
In my video, I have the Lions just barely losing in a shootout. I have them barely because I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. Maybe I got my feelings hurt from people calling me Mr. Negative. But not really. But I've been going up and down the roster of the Packers, and their O-line really is shoddy right now. Right now, at the time, it's really, really shoddy. They're losing their best defensive player, in my opinion, in Zadarius Smith. Yep. I don't think they have crazy good linebackers. They got a couple solid ones in Devondre Campbell. He's pretty good, but I think they can take advantage and maybe score some points, and maybe squeak one out, like you said, Grid. I think maybe it can happen, but I'm still not going to buy that Aaron Rodgers is done. Yeah. I just can't buy it yet. I need to witness it. I need to see it. Now, if the Detroit Lions beat him, he might be over. It could be done for him, man. It could be, because this is not a great roster on our side. It's not. But if we can squeak something out here and keep it close, field goal, something, okay.
And his record is pretty good against us as well. He doesn't lose much.
Right.
Yeah. And when we do win, usually Matt Flynn is in, but we can't even beat him, or somebody else is in there. MICROMIKE, what's the deal, man? As you frozen over there.
In the Matrix.
Again.
Yeah. So Aaron Rodgers, can we creep up, Mike, and maybe keep him where he was last week, or is he just going to come out? And I think I know your answer. Is he just going to show us the real Aaron Rodgers, in a few hours?
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be brutal, man.
Mike is so.
It's going to be brutal. This may be, if we get, look, man, our linebackers and our secondary right now, they're cheeks. And I mean, we're talking cheeks upon cheeks. And Aaron Rodgers, if you give him any amount of time, is going to light this defense the likes that we haven't seen in a long time.
Mike, let me jump in real quick, man. We have been admiring Aaron Rodgers for 15 years now. Yeah. Isn't it possible that the man, he won MVP last year, but I seem to believe that his heart ain't there. I think he's kind of, maybe kind of throwing it, not really caring a lot. I don't know what the whole last dance is. I think Aaron Rodgers might be not giving it his all. I really don't believe we got the same Aaron Rodgers. I think today's game is going to show us. If we just come out, he has a similar performance and lets us beat him, a division rival, then now we talking. You know what I mean? This is a new Aaron Rodgers. I just think maybe we're giving him a little too much love.
I have better of a chance of me winning the lottery and for him to come out and do what he did last week upon this defense.
Oh, Lord. TROXEL'S Sports Talk. Is Aaron Rodgers, is he going to come out and show us the real deal, what we all know, or is it a change, potentially a change of the guard here?
Okay, I'm going to kind of echo a little bit of what Mike said. Don't shoot the messenger. But I listened to his press conference. And he said, if you guys are worried after week 1, then there's major problems. Yeah. So that just said, oh crap, he's about to have a field day on us.
We've seen it before.
I'm just saying.
We have seen it. Run the table, relax. Everything this man says usually comes to pass.
And you're in Lambeau, and you also have the referees. Hands to the face multiple times on a guy that never had hands to the face in his career.
He does look like a guy. He does look like a guy that should be living in the woods. So fishing fishing in the river. He doesn't look like that. He just looks like that right now. He doesn't look interested at all.
Like he just got dropped out of a plane. Here you go, Aaron. Here's all you just got the clothes on your back and survive. We'll come pick you up in a week. He does look like that. He absolutely does. Not Noble Sports Entertainment. We talk about this all the time. Aaron Rodgers, was he just kind of rocking you to sleep last week? He gonna come out with that knockout punch today, or maybe Aaron Rodgers has lost it a little bit, man. What you think?
Man, I definitely don't think. I definitely don't think.
I couldn't even get that out. I couldn't even get it out without laughing, bro.
I definitely don't think that Aaron Rodgers has lost no step, bro. I mean, it's the NFL, man. Any given Sunday, you can get smacked around and beat up, bro. You can get beat up like a piñata. So it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. I think that Aaron Rodgers still has it. The Last Dance was just saying that, this is his last season in Green Bay. He wants to do something different with his career. He's been in Green Bay his whole entire career. He's probably looked at Tom Brady, the success that Tom Brady is having outside of the Patriots, and he's probably thinking in his mind like, look, I can do the same thing that Tom Brady can do. I'm just as good as Tom Brady, even though Tom got more rings than I got, but at least I have won a Super Bowl. But I just think that Aaron Rodgers, man, he's going to come in this game focused. He's gonna be ready to kick our butt with the help. Hey, i.e. with the help of the referees.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, and this is their home opener, fellas. Let's not sleep on that part. This is their home opener,
refs, man.
Hey,
you're getting help from the refs.
I think my wife might have spiked my drink before. It's why I had that feeling in my gut saying that Lions was going to win. I'm still sticking by it, bro. I'm still stick by it. Now listen, the Lions play. They had 84 plays last week. That is a colossal number of plays. They also had a ton of first downs. These teams really are kind of evenly matched when it comes to defense as far as point wise, but the Lions, thank goodness, because of yesterday's Atlanta performance, no longer have allowed the most points in the league. That goes to the Atlanta Falcons with 48. So as far as defensive, like it seems like they can't stop each other. So what it might come down to a turnover, and I don't think the Packers have any. So we have the one from last week. So our defense has to step up. What do you think we need to do as far as I know it's tough. It's tough. What they got to do. Well, listen, wait a minute. Hold on, fellas. Wait a minute. Hold on now. They got to step up. They can only go up, right? They can only go up.
No, they can't.
So listen. With Matt Patricia, we gave his team all they can handle. Don't y'all expect with the Danimal, MCDC, don't you think this team is going to give the Green Bay Packers all they can handle? MICROMIKE, the residential. I don't know what's going on with Mike. Mike has been covering his team so long, he's done. Mike,
his defense is talentless, man.
Talentless. Okay, so
the greatest coverage linebacker in Alex Anzalone. He's out there doing his thing. We got over the hill Jamie Collins doing his thing. We got Amani Awori number 1. We got Will Harris. He's a stud.
Man, so y'all fellas done skipped toward the draft. The season is done. We're on week 2.
I was looking forward to the draft before the season started. I kind of knew how this thing was going to roll. No. You said the defense, it can't get any worse.
It literally, like
it can always get worse.
It has to go up.
I thought last year was the worst I've ever seen, and then week 1 happened.
What about 2019? 2019, we were bad as well.
Very bad.
Not this talentless. We haven't been this talentless, I think, in a really long time.
Yeah, this is like 2008-ish.
This defense,
talentless.
At least we don't have Dan.
A better chance, but
at least we don't have Dano at quarterback. At least that's
about this defense. Is just
I'm talking about. You said on just roster period, but yeah. I still, Mark, what you think, man? You think the Lions gonna give the Packers all they can handle, or you just think? I mean, how do you think this thing is gonna go, bro?
Well,
everybody starts.
I'm trying to be optimistic as much as I can, man. I think they're gonna make it close, but where's Romeo, by the way, man? You know what I mean? Like, Romeo needs to show up today.
Romeo
and Julian.
Julian needs to dress. Julian needs to dress.
He does. He absolutely does.
Kid. So, but the thing is, like I said, I think it's going to be closer. But I think the Green Bay is going to put some points on us, obviously. But I think we should be able to score some points on them.
Absolutely.
I think we should. Like, I'm not saying we got an offensive juggernaut on our hands here, but we should be able to score on them. They don't have a very good defense right now. They're hurting in a lot of places. Rodgers looks like a hobo. Like it's just everything is kind of going. Everything's kind of going our way. The only thing that really scares me is like no team last year that went 0-2 made the playoffs last year, and I don't think the NFL wants to see Aaron Rodgers go 0-2.
Yeah.
So I got a feeling that this game is going to make me very angry with the refereeing tonight, and I hate being that guy, but I think it's going to happen.
No,
I see a lot of it. I see a lot of it yesterday.
Oh, absolutely. The Dallas game.
Ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
especially that Dallas game.
The Seattle game too.
See, I didn't see the Seattle game because I don't think we got that one.
It was awful, bro.
I did see the Russell Wilson. Yeah, it was a safety. He said his momentum got stopped. I'm like, dude, he was in the he's in the end zone. When was he ever going forward? He was when he was touched. From the moment he was touched, he was in the end zone, never came out. I was like, what is happening here? So
I just hate being that guy. I hate being that guy and blaming the refereeing, but it's just no 0-2 team last year went to the playoffs last year. And it's very rare. It's like it doesn't happen a lot. Man.
What happens if you go 0-4?
You never make the playoffs.
You might as well just bag it. Let's just start looking at the draft. Let's start looking at the draft.
Yeah. Now here's the thought. Now you guys have seen my rants. You already know how I feel. I am an end the season type of guy. I've given you guys what I think they're gonna. I'm gonna stick by the 6-11. Now I want to go off something here. Let's switch it up real quick because I want to kind of create some drama. Right. All right. Now let's go back to our old quarterback because this is a point. We got a week 7 matchup between the Rams and the Detroit Lions. Now, do the Rams win their next 3 games? Mark, who do they play in the Cardinals, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming up, and then they play the Seahawks. As it stands right now, no one gets injured. What do you think, man? Because I'm thinking that the NFL might flex that if the Lions can win a few, then the Lions they might flex that game. What do you think that the Rams are going to do these next 3 games? In that order: Tampa Bay, Cardinals, Seattle.
I think they have a really good chance at going 2-1, but they could very go 1-2 in there. I don't think they're going to beat Tampa. Cardinals game will be really good. That'll be a great game. And I think they have a chance to beat Seattle. Seattle's got some close one. Had a close one yesterday against Tennessee, who I think you could run against Seattle, man. You could run on that team, obviously. But, they have a chance to go about, I think, 2-1. The Rams, I'll say 2-1.
Okay, 2-1. Trox, what do you think, man?
1-2.
1-2. Okay. Nova Sports Entertainment. What do you think? Cardinal fan below me?
Yes. 1-2. 1-2. Definitely. I'm with my boy Troxburg. 1-2.
1-2. Okay, MICROMIKE. What do you think, man?
The Rams. I want to go 0-3.
Okay.
Right.
I want them to get destroyed. So
I honestly believe that they could go. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry, man.
I want them to suck. And yeah, I may be wrong. But if I can speak it to its existence, I'm going to do it 0-3.
Okay. I agree with Mike. I think they can go. Yesterday, the Colts gave them all they could handle. Carson Wentz goes out. They just barely lose that game. Rest in peace, Eason. I think the Rams could go 0-3. That leads us to a 2-3 Rams when we play them. 3-3 if they beat the last team. So the reason I brought that up is the Sunday night. I have a feeling this game is going to get flexed if the Lions can get a few wins, but it all starts tonight. The defense for the Green Bay Packers is not that good. Allowed 38 points, but we weren't that much better, allowing 41. So I think running the ball, stopping Aaron Rodgers. So far, Romeo is not out, so he needs to be in. I don't know if McNeil is playing as well, but they also allow a pretty penny on rushing the Green Bay Packers. So, how many yards do you think the rushing tandem will have? Troxel Sports Talk. Just throw a number out there, man. DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams. What do you think they're going to rush on the Green Bay Packers? I think they accounted for almost 100 last week. So what do you think? What do you think they're going to need to beat the Green Bay Packers? That's a better question.
Okay. Well, I thought. I'm going to answer the original question first, and I'll give you the other question. So the original question: what do I think the tandem can get? Mm-hmm. I think they can get about a 125 on them.
Ooh.
Now, what will it take to probably beat them? Probably about 175. So I think we're going to be about 50 yards short of that.
Okay, so you're saying upwards of almost 200.
Yeah.
Okay. Nova Sports Entertainment. What do you think Swifty and Shifty are going to get, and what do you think they're going to need to beat the Packers?
Well, if you're Jamal Williams coming into the game, you're definitely going to play with a chip on your shoulder because you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you know, you're no longer part of the Packers and you want to prove to the Packers that, you know what I'm saying, that you are a solid player. So I believe both guys, depending on how many touches they get, I believe they can get at least 100. I'm gonna keep it around 100 because it just depends on the touches. It depends on, because sometimes they're giving these guys like 10, 8, 9 touches. And like I told you guys before, man, a running back needs to touch the ball way more than 8 or 9 times. A running back, and I'm not talking about like a running back touching the ball like 8 times or 9 times and it's over with. No, I'm talking about a mixture of catching the ball and being able to run with the football. So to me, each guy should have at least around 12 to, I'll say between 12 to 15 to make it safe.
See, I want both of them to get 20 apiece.
20.
Okay.
So that's 40 rushes.
40
that's
rushes.
A lot, Trucks. That's
40 rushes,
Trucks.
40 passes. If you're going to put up 80 plays, I want 40 and 40.
The only way that happens, bro, is if we got a humongous lead.
Right.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean, Trucks?
But see, that's why I always say, like, we got to rush early and often. Stop doing these, like, you could tell when when a pass play is gonna happen. Like, that's where we get ourselves in trouble a lot of the times. We got to just go out there and be like, you know what? First series, run. Okay, if they stop us after 3 runs and it's 3 and out, okay, come out, run, maybe then a pass. Where you're just like, okay, are they ever gonna pass? Oh, there's a pass. Oh, okay, now we finally got a first down. And things like that. Like, we got to start throwing these teams a little bit more of what are we going to do? Because if I can say, okay, they're going to run, then they're going to pass, then they're going to run, then they're going to pass, well, that's easy to guard. Yeah. Because I already know what your moves are going to be. But if I can have you, where it's like, okay, now I'm thinking like, okay, it's going to be run, I'm putting 8 in the box. Well, okay, now we'll play action. Boom, I got a guy in one-on-one coverage. If you can't beat one-on-one coverage, you're cut immediately after tonight.
Oh,
right.
You can't cut the whole team, Trox.
Well, I mean, that's going to happen this offseason. That's going to happen this offseason. We're going to have $90 million in, like, what was that, 10 to 14 draft picks? So,
that's now we get
a little less now.
Yeah. So about
10
to 13 or something like that.
Yes, sir.
Hey, see, what I'm thinking, guys, if the Lions get down, that's the only how that you won't see the run game that much. Yep. If the Lions get down by 21 or 28, something like that, you're not going to see the run game. It's going to be nothing but passing. So that's why I say, Trucks, it depends on what the score is with the Lions and the Green Bay. If the Lions and Green Bay is having a close game, then you're going to see the run game a lot. But if it's like kind of like a blowout a little bit, or they up by 3 touchdowns, then you're going to see the Lions pass the ball a lot.
And that's what we have to avoid. We've got to avoid getting down. I mean, it was 31 to 10, like at the half or something crazy like that. That is a killer in Lambeau. There's no chance. I'll tell you what, if Roger Goodell is at that game, expect it to be a nail biter. That's just 100% facts. He's been at these Monday night primetime games, so we shall see. So Matthew says we get in trouble getting off the bus. Now, no, Nick,
hey, that's all facts, though.
Nick said, I think they will combine for 150 and 100 yards rushing. So that's not too bad.
Yeah.
That is not too bad.
That's not bad.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all.
That dude live says Swift 125 to 130 all-purpose yards and William 135 to 140 all-purpose yards. Holy smokes! That's 270 between both of them.
Hey, if that happens tonight,
man, that's gonna be beautiful.
That's more than a dub. That's like a record because you're talking about. That's got to be what 600. Huh?
That's insane.
That's like 600 yards of offense total because we're not even talking about the other stuff as well.
Hockenson and guys like that, yeah.
Yeah, all right, so here we go. Tone, what's up, man?
Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. Chase Young.
Is in the building.
Chase Young on
Gotta
the
rub it in. Gotta rub it in. Gotta rub it in.
This not Chase Young. This is Sean Slater's son.
Man, Man, oh man. Okay, let's just, can we say something real quick? I know you can't go back in the past, man, but if you look at Chase Young and then you look at Justin Herbert, it's like, what happened? What happened between 3 and 5 that we messed up? You know what I mean? That's the guy that I wanted. I wanted Chase Young. I would have taken Herbert, but after watching Herbert, still playing a little bit like a rookie yesterday, but he threw some really, really good passes. It's just like, we just got that one guy in the middle of that. But anyway.
Hey, Grid. Grid. I'm going to tell you this real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Brother.
The guy's name is Kayvon Thibodeau. Comes out this year in the draft. Hey, that's who I'm eyeing. That's who I want. I ain't taking nothing less than him.
With the first pick in the 2022
Kayvon
NFL
Thibodeau.
draft, Detroit Lions select quarterback.
No, I don't think. We could, but I still think that Kayvon Thibodeau is the guy. Just because you paid Jared Goff that much money.
We need a defensive end, bro. Like we do.
Absolutely. Kayvon Thibodeau is your savior.
Literally,
He's the
but we also need? We need a safety.
We need a safety.
And we need a linebacker.
We do. We need
a wide receiver.
We need a linebacker, safety, 1 and 2.
I agree with this guy.
Cornerback, offensive line.
So wait a minute, wait.
Quarterback, wide.
So hold on. The only way the Lions, I still don't believe a lot of people. Do you guys think that if we pick in the top 10, no, let's say Jared Goff does, no matter how Jared Goff does, not number 1 pick, let's throw that out because Mike seems to think we're going to get that. I don't think we're going to get the number 1 pick. The Jaguars are not looking that good. It's a lot of teams, man, that's not looking that good. Do you think we draft a quarterback if we pick in the top 10 anywhere? Mark, what do you think?
Do we pick a quarterback, you're asking?
Yes. Do we take a quarterback if we draft number 1 through 10 in this year's draft?
I think we're going to. I think we're going to take a quarterback. I really do. I want defense, but I think we're going to grab a quarterback. I really do. I think they really want to get a mobile quarterback. We need a guy that can move around on his feet and be able to run and be able to dual threat, like Mike says, and be able to throw on the run. And Goff just ain't it. He's not that guy. And I'm not bashing Goff. I'm not. But it's just he's not the type of guy, when he gets in trouble, he panics and he can't run. Then he's either throwing a pick or he's taking a sack. There's no in-betweens. Because when he runs, he's going to get himself killed one day.
Yeah, one day.
And that's not good, man. So I have a feeling they're going to go quarterback next year. And if it's 1 through 10, if it's 1 through 5, I think it's guaranteed. I think it's guaranteed.
Okay. So Mike is with that. Noble Sports. I know you big, man. You've been screaming dual threat for years now. If the Lions pick in the top 10 with this year's draft, do they take a quarterback no matter what happens with Jared Goff?
Dual threat. Hey, definitely, no doubt, man. I definitely, hey, Tone, that's one of my guys, man, that I did a video on Malik Willis, man. Definitely, Malik Willis is a nice quarterback. It's a lot. I'm waiting to see how this thing. I'm waiting to see how this thing really pans out, man, with the quarterbacks. I know Spencer Rattler is one of the quarterbacks to look at. I know Sam Howell, Emory Jones. It's so many different quarterbacks. I'm just kind of waiting till the college football season kind of gets towards the middle of the season. Then I can really, really make an assessment of what type of quarterback the Lions need. But I definitely think the Lions need to dual threat.
All right, TROXE'Ls Sports Talk. What do you think, man? If they draft in the top 10, do they take a quarterback?
Kayvon Thibodeau is your first round pick. Well, with your top 10 pick. I love him, because I think with a quarterback in this type of draft class, I think you could still grab a pretty solid one in, say, like with the 27th pick with the Rams or something like that. Or we can say go get a wide receiver, or you can go get a linebacker. You know, I would love to see a Kayvon Thibodeau and then follow that up with a linebacker. I think if we do something like that, I think we are finally saying, okay, our defense is actually a bunch of turds on this team. We have a bunch of turds on our team, Mr. Dan Campbell. Don't be feeding these fans that we don't have no turds. We got still a bunch of turds on our team.
He can't say that, bro.
You missed
I
out
can
on
say that.
Justin Herbert.
Just come out
You
and
missed
say
out
that.
on Justin P. Fields. We can't do it again. If
We
we're-
can't.
if
Okay,
we're-
all right.
if we're
Yeah,
top
but
five
Mike,
guy,
but
I'm
see,
taking
Mike,
quarterback, man.
this is the
If
thing,
there's
though.
a good one there, yeah. I'm just saying, if there's a good one there.
that's all facts.
I'm not just taking one to take one, but I am ready for dual threat as well. I am ready for a guy that will really elevate this run game. You have a dual threat quarterback. It's going to help that run game out as well. It's time. It's time, man.
I
Mike,
still think that about
Mike,
1 more, 2 more years,
you
then
need
it'll
to
be
put
time
the
for
dry
me.
eyes dude behind you, bro, because that's who you are. Now, Tone, what do they? I think I already know your answer because it's always not in left field; it's in the parking lot somewhere. Tone, if they draft in the top 10, do they take a quarterback?
I think it depends.
Okay,
The reason I
on.
think it depends because right now the QB rankings in college is kind of in a state of flux. Don't nobody know what number 1 was because everybody thought the top 2. Well, a lot of draft people thought the top 2 was Rattler and the guy from North Carolina. I forget his name.
Howell.
Spencer Howell. Yeah,
Sam Howell, he's okay, man. He all right.
And that rankings have completely slipped on his head. You know, you got Carson Strong from Nevada. You got Malik Willis from Liberty. You can't forget Matt Corral from Ole Miss. Everybody, it's all flipped up. Nobody knows who number 1 is. And it's going to really depend because there's a lot of big matchups coming up. Matt Corral about to play Bama, actually. And he going to play Malik Willis. It's going to be a big matchup. I think it depends. I think it's going to depend how this season ends. Because the way it's going, you might end up taking one in the top 10 because there's going to be a bunch of teams that are desperate for some QBs, you know. Mac Jones. I mean,
who?
You know,
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones don't go.
Mac Jones.
The Mac Jones of corners doesn't go in the first round, but because he's a quarterback, he went top 15. So I think it's going to depend. And I think in this draft, even if they don't take quarterback, I still don't think you should take Taylor.
Well, here's what I'll say, and then I'll answer Nick's question here. We'll answer Nick's question, then we'll do predictions after that. I think that Jared Goff is going to be our quarterback this year and next year. I think if they'll essentially be starting over instead of building. Jared Goff, I think, is I'm not going to say the foundation, like he's we're building around him. I think he's part of the rebuild. And I think that he's young enough, he's talented enough that we can, what I would like to see is maybe 3 years from now or year 3, draft a quarterback. I still want him to be groomed by a veteran. I still want that to happen. I don't want a Justin Fields. I don't want because Justin will start. But that's because Andy Dalton is not that good. I don't want to see a Trevor Lawrence. I don't want to see that guy come in, thrust into the starting role. I really think that quarterbacks do better when they can marinate, just like, something you cook on the stove. So look at the guys that can marinate. So
Andrew, it was a question that was sent to us. You're answering a question.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what Andrew was talking about. Andrew, this week, while you're talking about the draft, shut up. Okay. Well, Andrew, that's not how we okay. All right, you say LOL. Yeah, that's okay. I see it. All right.
Shout out to Jimbo G, man. I see Jimbo G in there.
Jimbo G.
Yeah, Jimbo.
Absolutely. Jimbo G.
If he hear lie, he on the way. You talking about lions? And he there. Shout out to Jimbo, man. Appreciate you, bro. All right, Chris Wink is in the building. So what's the cap hit if we trade Trey Flowers in the offseason? I know we have an out. I don't remember what it is though.
I have it all pulled up. I already have it all pulled up.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Trox.
Okay, so 2022, if we get rid of him, right now he's accounted for $23.239 million. We would take almost a $13 million cap hit. We save about 12.4. Or I'm sorry, 10.4. Yes, pre-cut of June 1st.
Okay.
Trade him before the trade deadline.
I would love that.
Yeah. Okay.
Round draft pick.
We're not going to take the out then. Not for that much. He'll stay, and then he'll walk.
Right now,
take the out. I don't care.
Right now, we got to pay, or we'll be negative $12 million. So his cap hit.
Next year.
Yeah. Well, no. If we cut him, okay, hold on. That's
we have an out. We have an out after this year.
Yeah,
there's an out. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Here it is. Trade post June 1st. for 2021. So, like I said, almost $20 million right now.
Oh,
it'd be $5 million, almost $6 million in dead money, and cap saving about $14 million. So he could very well be traded.
Because I don't believe, Mighty, that he's going to be on the roster next year. That is why.
Oh, yeah,
I think Jamie Collins, Trey Flowers, and Vati Vaitai will be gone after this year.
We'll have upwards of almost to $100 million.
Very good chance, yes.
Wow.
Okay.
I'd rather trade and get capital for
Will
it.
Harris need to be working at McDonald's somewhere, bro, getting 15 an hour. Because that dude.
Will Harris might be gone too.
It's terrible.
No one's going to
He's gone. 100% he's gone.
He's terrible. He's
I mean, for a seventh-round pick,
draft picks to give him to another team.
a seventh-round draft pick. Those guys, but between a sixth or seventh round draft pick, I'll take a chance. I know.
No, you would have to give out a 6th or 7th round pick with Harris to another team.
Well, they better give me a 5th round pick then.
Hey, listen, if Nevin Lawson,
McDonald's hamburger,
if Nevin Lawson can go to a team, then so can Will Harris.
Exactly what I'm saying.
No,
that dude is terrible, bro.
No.
Will Harris.
Will Harris.
Hey, Noble, it's what would you do for an interception?
Yeah, never, ever.
Ever.
He still hits one shot, he drops.
Never.
Never, ever.
Man, and that dude played for us. See, that's where our team was at, bro. So we are wrapping up on an hour. We'll start with Tone since he was the last man in. I don't really do predictions, so I'll go last. Tone, what is your just in 30 seconds, man? What's your prediction for today's game? Who wins? And if you guys scores.
I got the Packers winning. I think I'll go 42. 28? Yeah, 42-28 sounds
good. Wow, another 40 burger.
I thought you were going to say 60-2.
Okay. Noble Sports Entertainment. Tone got a spank fest over there. What's your prediction, man? Who wins this game? And if you do scores.
I guess I'm gonna take the Packers. I gotta be real, man. I cannot tell a lie, man. I gotta be real. I just don't think that our defense is good enough, man. I'm gonna say Packers win it, and I hope that I'm wrong though. But I'm gonna say Packers 35-20, 35-20.
35-20. Okay, Packers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we still let 30 scored on us. Troxel Sports Talk. Predictions for the game, man, and score if you do scores.
Okay, it is gonna be Packers, and I'm gonna say 35-24.
Okay. Another 30 burger put on us. ORUM'S Forum. What you got, man?
I think I got a close one going on. I think it's going to be a little bit of a shootout. And I got the Packers going 38-30. We got to get to Rodgers. I'm not believing the hype that he's done yet.
All right, Orm. Okay.
Right. And MicroMike, Mr. Dry Eyes himself.
I got 34-24 Packers winning tonight.
All right, and we start the season 0-2. Oh man! Well, we either gonna have
we're gonna be 1-5, or no, we're gonna be 2-6, or 2-5 in the bye week.
Hey, but first I want to say something to the Lions fans, man.
Yeah.
Look, Lions fans. Look, we want to win. We definitely want to win, but looking at our team, man, and looking at our defense, man, who can we stop, man? And like I told the fellas, man, until the Lions get a face on defense. Now you look at every team in the NFL and you look at their defense, you will see that it's a face on that defense. Until the Lions get some defensive talent and faces on that side, and you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about faces. I'm talking about guys like Sue, guys that stood out that you knew, like, man, I gotta watch this guy Sue, man. He's kind of crazy, man. I gotta watch this dude. I'm talking about those type of guys. Until they get some werewolves on this team, man, I'm telling you, man, this team is going to get beat up like a piñata every weekend, man.
Man, Jimbo G says salute to the panel. Appreciate that, man, and chat. I think the Lions win tonight. Defense rough up Aaron Rodgers. A few Green Bay players end up injured. Lions 35-24.
Okay, Jimbo.
Well, Jimbo, I appreciate that. And that's perfect timing, brother, because I am the lone wolf. Ooh. That was a lone on, dog. Hey, listen, I can't go back on the gut feeling, bro. No, it ain't Kool-Aid. It's
hey man, somebody spiked their Kool-Aid, brother.
Yeah, it was the guts, man. I just
be disappointed
I'm not gonna be disappointed. I just feel like they play hard. It's Monday night. You know, they come back. I don't know what the score. I don't do that, but I feel like we win. But I'm going to be sitting all by myself on the post-game show later on today. If that is the case, y'all can take as many shots as you want. But
hey, I'm going to be right here too.
With that being said, we will see you guys tonight. We're going to be up. We're going to be on some bubbly, man, to stay up so we can have a post-game
I would like my champagne, but believe.
When I say bubbly, I mean the caffeine or whatever it takes to be up, man. But we will provide that content after the game. So be here. I got it set for 11:30 that the game should be over. We can slide in and have some. And one of these days, I'm going to open up the phone lines for these shows as well. So with that being said, you guys are awesome. Go Lions, and we'll see you after the game. Good night, everyone.
Peace.
Go Lions.